everyone. It's Jim T. Graham. It's December. We're here with the whole crew. We have, I don't know what just happened over here. I'll check that out in a minute. Jason Cole. We have the amazingly sick Matt Gunn. Don't get too close to his mouth. And we have Nikolai Zinsley. Is that right? Did I say right?
Oh, yeah, you nailed it.
Nice. All right. And this is sort of our holiday edition podcast because we're all headed out to Boone, South Carolina, and parts abroad for the holiday season. Nick, are you going anywhere for Christmas?
Yeah, I'm driving up to Michigan.
Where luckily there won't be any snow. It won't be very cold. It'll be awesome up there.
Yeah, right.
Right.
I've been to Michigan this time of year, and it's still. I was in a hotel parking lot, and the snowbank was taller than the car.
Yeah, if you can define winter tundra in one picture, it would be anywhere in Michigan right now. So it's bad. I mean, I got 6 inches of snow here. I had to run.
That was your truck.
What?
Winter tundra.
Oh no, so Tacoma. Insult me like that. No, the Tundra's a nice vehicle. Anywho, it's pretty snowy here. I can't do any flying. I can't do anything RC related except I tested it. It worked. I ran a radio control boat in the snow today.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Video?
No, I didn't do video. I just wanted to do a test, and it was a lot more difficult than you think because there's no bite, right? So you can't just place a boat down and expect it to go. First of all, it was the ProBoat Shockwave or whatever, little V-hull about this long, and I put it down on the snow and meow, meow, nothing. I'm like, what the
meow
hell?
mode. It had the meow
mode.
mode.
It went meow. So I gave it a little bit of a push, and it went like 3 feet and stopped. So I realized what I had to do is put the boat down on the snow. It's got to be fresh powder. You have to have snow deeper than the rudder, obviously. So I put it down on the snow and then just pushed it as hard as I can like a sled and then grabbed a handful of throttle, and, man, it took off. It put up a rooster tail of snow and just started going. And I'm like, this is awesome. And then I reached the end of my yard, and I'm like, now what? Turn. And it just flipped over instantly upside down.
Right.
So I'm trudging through the snow, picking it up, pushing it back. I look like my neighbors are like, what is this guy doing? I'm sitting here going,
what is this guy doing?
Put yourself in a football field and do it, and you could do these really long sweeping turns. Yeah. But as you can see back there in the corner, I've got the Zealous that's been sitting there for a year collecting.
Wow, that thing's huge.
Yeah, well, it's got a little bit of a crack in the side of the hull.
So it'd be perfect for snow.
Yeah, it's just cosmetic, and I don't run it that much anymore. But on 12S, or no, it's 25S. So on 10S, it should do all of 50 miles an hour on the snow.
I want to see the video, and I want some child animal on it.
Yeah, I can put something on it.
Child
What'd you say?
animal.
West Michigan Park Fires Mako. Perfect.
Oh, yeah, that little snow plane. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I've always seen a couple of you guys have probably seen on Facebook the pictures of the RC boats running in the snow. And I'm like, I'm going to test this. This can't be real. And yeah, it works. It just takes a little bit to get. Once you get going, there's no stopping it unless you actually turn. So learn something every day. Yep.
I'm going to try to monitor us live over here in this other window to see if it is auto switching between us. So one thing I noticed, guys, there's been a lot of changes going on at RC Groups for the three of us. I did not get an email invite to the live feed.
Me neither.
Which you didn't get one either?
No, because we're not subscribed to. Well, we are subscribed to that channel.
Maybe we have to resubscribe. But I do see we have live viewers, so they evidently got there.
I got one.
Cool.
Who said that? Jason or Nick?
Nick.
Okay.
Well, guys, I hit the epitome of dad joke cheesiness today.
Wow, that's a real epitome.
Yeah.
And you're not even a dad, so
I know.
That's right. He owns a dog. Oh, that's so cute.
My wife's got like this stuff in her eye, and so she went to the doctor today, and then she sent a report back and said she's got like some kind of virus or something on it, and she's not supposed to touch her eye or anything anymore. And so I just replied back, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, do you need to tell everyone that you've made eye contact with?"
No.
No.
Womp womp.
I'm gonna let that one. Everyone, let your room air out a little bit.
We just lost half our viewers.
I want to tell my worst dad joke. That is my
Please.
favorite joke of all time. Have you heard about for this Christmas, it's a big hit on Amazon. It's corduroy pillowcases. Have you heard about this?
I have not.
It's making headlines all across the country. Woo! That's a joke. The only joke I can remember.
Well, Maticus Gunnicus, I've got a solution to your problem.
Oh,
Which one? Which problem is that?
The weather outside is frightful, but inside it's so delightful, especially if you have a Horizon Vapor HP light.
Wait, Matt. Can we redo the intro to this? Except I want you to keep in mind the sweaty balls episode from Saturday Night. And
Sweaty balls.
Dude, you just totally went there. You have to say it. It's sweaty balls.
Sweaty balls. I want Jason. I want you to say what you just said to Matt. Except do it as if you were on that episode.
I don't even remember what I said now.
Matt, you know the weather outside is frightful, but you know I've got something. And it's so delightful. Let me show you the newest airplane. It's gonna show it here.
Sweaty balls.
But seriously, this thing is pretty cool.
So does that have a brushless motor in it?
No, it's still brushed, but it's basically a cross between the Night Vapor and the whatever they have a little one that's like the same length.
Ember.
It's basically it's a Vapor. They've got like a micro Vapor. It's basically the same length tail moment front to back, but it's got a much bigger wing on this one and a lot more power, so you can go vertical out of a hover, go straight up. Really agile, really aerobatic. Like I fly it in my living room. So if you've got a decent sized living room at all, you can fly this inside and get your fix.
Do you have any video?
I don't have video.
Damn you people!
I know. But, so there's an indoor flying event every Tuesday here in Nashville that I go to when I can. And
I had no idea.
I've got a 50-foot long basement right here. Like that's
there you go. You could fly this in there.
Yeah, I had night vapors all last night.
Aren't those called night trimmers?
Night vapors.
Is that what the porta pod's outside your house for?
Oh my God, we got to talk about.
I told somebody this story, and they're like, and they're not. The whole block isn't dead. I'm like, anyway, why don't you tell the story? Anyway,
I can't believe they haven't evacuated you.
Yeah, okay, we'll talk. Well, let's keep talking about the Vapor, and then we'll talk about the vapors outside my house. Because it got worse.
Anyway, if you're looking for something small, light, agile, aerobatic, does loops within a foot, really tight turns and spins, and just fun. So it's like $69 for the bind and fly. Super cheap.
That's super cheap.
Little 70 milliamp hour 1S battery.
Will that fly the 150s?
There's been some guys that have stuck it on there. It's a lot heavier, but it'll fly. So if you don't need to fly in a super tight space and you just want some good runtime, although they were getting like 14 minutes on a 70 milliamp hour. So it's got good long runtime stock.
Well, I was just thinking I'd like to have one of those here at work, but I have the 150s because I have the UMX Radian also, so that would be nice to use both.
Yeah, I had a bunch of 150s and 210s and stuff, but I ordered like 3 of the 70s. They were a few bucks, it was nothing, so just get it.
That's one of the
pretty cool. I'm liking
it. One of the few vehicles you can't say put an FPV pod on.
No, it'd be really bad idea.
Probably weighs more than the whole plane.
Yeah, it's like a couple of grams, 4 or 5 grams or something. Stupid.
Speaking of grams, we got Jim Graham over there vaping.
Well,
I like the segue.
He's vaping.
But you gotta use the name, bro.
I was like, what is it? At first it was cigarette, then I thought, no, I'm vaping.
No, that's straight up lithium.
Yeah, I'm lithium vaping. This stuff is
we have devolved
that's
the
a
podcast.
great way to use your dead Legos.
Okay, hey Matt, could you do me a favor and pull up that link that I sent you so you could share that when it's appropriate?
Yeah, so I'm going to start presenting
trying to figure out what I'm talking about. I wanted to show you guys the FPV Inductrix Plus, the review.
You want me to pull that up?
Not yet. I'll show and then we'll jump to that. The review is done. It's been pushed out, and it's just about ready to be live. We like to bake our reviews and get them nice up to 450 degrees before we get them out. So this is it. It has more powerful motors, as you're going to see in a video that hopefully we're going to show you. I actually could feel it. You know how they say it's new and improved, and you're like, I don't really. I really could feel the vast improvement with these motors. The video camera, it's a 700 TVL cam and 200 or 25 milliwatt as usual. It'd be awesome to get 200 milliwatts in this next time. I believe that is possible.
Easily possible.
Stuff that I own. In fact, anyway, I'm not going to go there yet. I liked it so much. I went to, where did I get these? I got them online off an Amazon store of a hobby shop we all know and love, and I can't remember.
Grayson Hobby?
Yeah, I think it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So I bought these because I was outside. In the video, you'll see flying through tree limbs, and some of my props are a little, they look fine, they fly fine, but I thought I should have it. And then I also bought an extra battery. I believe this was $11, and you can find them cheaper, but be aware the connector. You know what? I haven't tried the new connector, but
that is a brick of a battery for that little guy.
500.
Yeah, so that's like they say 4 to 5, and I think I was getting 6 because I had my timer set to 5, and I was flying longer than that. I should verify that before the review goes live and get that in there and fly around the house.
Well, in a world of 2.5-minute runs on Tiny Whoops, I think that's
I was like, I really want this now. I mean, my Tiny Whoop is so old.
Well, some of the update dates that they did, I was reading about this. You're not plugged in. Good. That would be bad. The connector on the board of the original Inductrix really limited the time. So if you change the connector to the aftermarket mod, you could get a full minute increase in time. So this comes with that connector. And
really?
And so then also, by the way, the Inductrix that we were flying at Oshkosh, because I have mine sitting right next to where I was shooting the photos, the LiPo on that isn't anywhere near as large as the LiPo on this. So you actually get increased lithium polymer.
Yeah, it was 210 on the others.
Yeah. So I have nothing to complain about here. I synced it up just for full disclosure with the focal DVRs and one of my favorite antennas. And I got DVR. And now, Matt, we could jump over. So we're going to go look at the article, which has Knock On Live. That's a perk of being a live viewer on the RCGroups podcast, brought to you by RCGroups.com.
We're the largest and most active
RC Network.
I'm going to present Mr. Matt Guns.
I should be presented.
Yes, you're presented.
I need one of these so bad.
First of all, let's stop. Look at that picture. How awesome is that?
It's pretty hot.
It's you know photoshopped.
Yeah, it is. It's photoshopped. I tried to hover it and then grab my camera and get a picture. That was not possible. This is not a DJI Phantom. So I had my daughter come down and hovered it. She couldn't get the picture. And so that was stuck on a stick. And then I photoshopped out the stick. But after I was like, that's so vivid. That looks like something you can put on a box.
You done well, man. That looks really nice.
$139.99 BNF. That means you get one battery, one USB charger, and one unit.
Hey, hold on. Is that a new RC Group logo on it?
Yeah, that's our FPV logo. I think our good buddy. What's his name?
Deshaun designed that a long time ago, and it's been in like a folder. And so then I thought, you know what? I'm going to start using this logo because no one knows the difference anymore. If you know what I mean. So I guess what we could do is go look at my video. We'll show the first part for just a second, and then we'll get out of it. So in the first part of the video, all I'm doing is showing you how to bind it, and it has 3 modes.
Wait, guys, before we continue, we have to take care of these questions from the chat.
Okay.
From user Site for Sex Dating, Sarah23 says, how many countries are there in the world?
Yes.
And then dating for adults go to key to 18. What is an integer?
Are we really getting spam on our
spam commenters?
Oh, that's awesome. I wonder if has a relevance behind it.
How do we block that? That's hilarious.
I told you girls not to bother me at work.
I'm so glad that Sarah finally found this.
That's hilarious. I'm blocking them now.
No. Keep her going.
Nice. That's never happened before.
Continue.
So I'm talking, and here's what you get. This is the box, and these are the big motors, and there's the LiPo and the charger, and then I talk about how I never read instructions. So scroll through that.
You should be a hand model.
Yeah.
All right, you want to get to the good stuff of flying?
Yeah, and then also this has LEDs on the back, so you can change colors pretty easy. And so if you had like 3 or 4, you can tell who's who. So
All
then
right, let's get to the good stuff here.
I take this into the shop and I fly it through the house and I do my standard office test. And that means how far will it go in my house? I have aluminum flashing between all the walls and floors. There I am. Look, a light.
Here we go.
What's a light?
I want you to play your Surfing Bird song.
Oh, he's gonna get it.
Oh, there goes the dog. The dog knew this thing was taking off. It has a barometer. It has altitude hold, doesn't it?
Yes.
Does it have a barometer? Oh, I'm so jealous now of this thing.
Look how well it holds.
The banjo version?
What is that, Vietnam?
Oh. Okay, I'll stop that. So anyway, here's the shop. This is where the magic happens right there. That's right before we went out and flew some FPV. And I think I'm going to crash here in a second.
You are hopping and you should totally go underneath.
You know what we should do now, Matt, is scoot to the backyard because the footage is better.
Sorry, I'm having a little bit of feed issue here. Here we go.
I play for the Cobra.
Look at your feet.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Don't go over that water given your up and downness. Do not drop it in the drink.
One thing I'll have to say is I was flying inside, not in stability mode. I got outside and I was like, hold on, there's 3 switches here. I knew that, of course, but I totally was in third.
Right now you're in angle mode, right?
Yeah, so now I'm in the stability mode number 1. There's 1, 2, and 3, and 1 is the most stable. It's like you're flying through, the air is very viscous. I'm sorry, not viscous, very thick. And
that would be viscous.
Oh, yes, viscous then.
Is he going to go under the bridge? Is he going to go under the bridge?
I was in the video. I say, evidently, I opted not to go under the bridge because the water was so rushy. I thought, man, if I crash, I'll never get any more video. So in the next video, I land it and I put it in the high speed mode.
Yeah.
Cool. High speed.
Well, I haven't landed it yet.
That is quite the creek running through your backyard.
This is so dreamy. Okay, let's fast forward. I feel like I'm getting bored. This is high speed mode. Look at that. That's pretty hauling butt dollars.
That's going fast, yo.
For that little thing. And all of a sudden, I'm in the trees. I was like, boy, I got high.
I bet you did, Panama Red.
So speaking of the front yard, what you're about to see is not represented a good representation of what happened last night. Bam, right at his feet. Wonk. And then I do a kitty cat mode here, I think, too. But oh, rock and roll. So they're doing construction in the front yard, and I realized after I shot this that I could go fly out there because all these guys had left. That is a main thoroughfare out there, and you're about to see the gigantic hole that they've dug in the street. I can hear a jackhammer as I speak. Somebody is in that hole right now.
No sounds of gas, huh?
So what happened was last night, all of a sudden there was like a slew of vehicles coming down this road, and somebody jackhammering right there where you're looking, jackhammered into the gas line, and that house right there, he did get evacuated. They said if it would have blown, it would have gone up the line and blown up his house.
Wow.
So he was out. Now that's my house you're looking at on the other side of the big old track hoe there, and they didn't evacuate us. There were trucks all the way down that street and then all the way up the other street. And they said, I went out and they were like, we have to hand dig the line and please don't smoke.
Did you have police? Were there police there and rescue and stuff?
There were no police or rescue, by the way. So we're in the slow mode right now with the quad, and I'm about to shift it in gear and go down the street. And I really, Jason, I felt like I was in a racing quad in this little thing.
Yeah,
and
I'm so like jealous now because my tiny whip is so slow and old and only flies for like 45 seconds now compared to this. This is awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't. Well, it's about to get a lot better. This is, and I'm like, what am I doing? I was trying not to go in the creek, trying not to hit tree limbs, and really trying not to hit a power line. But once again, the street's closed, so I could do whatever the heck I wanted. I realized, and then I thought, man, why don't I go down the street?
Should have gone underneath it. Look at that. It's very stable, and it looks like you got some good, good signal.
Good video, yeah. 5
minutes of flight time.
Yeah, this is a good indicator of how long you can fly.
Boink.
Yeah, I should do like a biscuit commercial. Okay, here we go.
Like a mason jar to play along with you.
That was the meow mode right there, and I should be ripping here in a second. Okay, now I'm pushing the props back down because I hit a tree branch and I realized one was coming up. And I say this in the video: make sure your props are pushed down.
This airframe is obviously a little bigger than the normal, right?
We're live in 5
and 4, 3.
Was all this video done on one battery?
Say what?
Was all this video done on one battery?
Yes, all this outside video. I did not have an extra battery yet. And when I left this shooting, I went back in the house and thought I'm buying another battery.
It's a nice Nissan car in your front yard.
Yeah, that's my daughter's new car. So you know, it's kind of staggery here. You're about to see it as I go down the street. That's when it felt blistering to me. But then this is me in the high speed, just whipping.
There's where the night vapors come from in that Porta-John.
Yeah, they lit from that Porta-John has Christmas lights on it now. That night I went back out and decorated it for the guys.
Nice.
Well, okay, I must say you've got very little multipathing going on. It's a very good signal.
It really felt a lot faster in the goggles than this, but look how far down the street I got. And this thing's the size of the palm of your hand, you know? Wow. Wow. Go through the hole, Jim. Okay, whatever. Wow.
Porta potty.
Hit the brakes. Slide. Cat mode. Meow mode.
And 3, 2, 1.
And that's meow mode that flips you over. I think everyone's seen enough here. Well, that's pretty awesome. Me going through these tiny holes.
Jim T's like a real FPV pilot or something.
The old mandolin dobro thingy.
Now throw it to the crowd.
I love this thing. All right. Oh, Nick, you got any RC to talk about?
I do. So I am getting ready to fly this weekend the Great Plains Big Stick, 96.5 inches.
Oh, baby.
Fun.
That is the biggest big stick they make.
Yep. Yep. Really looking forward to it. It should be a really nice flying plane. Got a 60cc DLE on there. And it should be more than enough.
How many light posts does that run on?
How many what?
81.
How many light posts does that run on?
105.
42.
It's 6.
So what are you going to do? Is the weather going to let you fly that thing?
Yeah, it should be about 50 degrees on Saturday.
Nice.
I don't
I'll
know
take
about the wind.
it. 50 and above, I'm happy.
Yep.
I'm looking for the article on it. I had one up here. And
we have some UK folks online, by the way. Hey to everybody from the UK.
Who gave us the Statue of Liberty? Was it the UK or France?
France, man. What is this? Your first day on the job, Jason? Ah.
No, I just one made
a history
special.
So let's go ahead and talk 3D printing stuff now. Jason, show everyone your Statue of Liberty that you made.
Oh, God bless America.
That's pretty
awesome.
awesome.
Say the resolution.
So
on
I have
nice.
like a friend in our group that was like, my kid wants something for 3D printed for Christmas, and I was like, okay, what does he want? And she was like, this might sound weird, but the Statue of Liberty. I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot, and it turned out really great. So
You should have used the copper PLA like I have right.
Yeah, or spray paint it. Make it look.
Well, he wants to paint it. So that was the thing. So I just said the flat gray. But what kid wants the Statue of Liberty for Christmas, though? That's just odd to me.
It's going to be
Hey,
a
hope he enjoys it.
He's a next gener.
Geography doctorate. I don't know.
Hey, Matt.
How many hours was that, Jason?
Like 12, I guess. It's pretty hollow inside.
So check this out. I had a huge printer problem. I couldn't print anything, and I was about to give up. And I went to Home Depot. I just happened to be there registering my truck, and I thought, you know what? People keep talking about mirrors, so I bought some 12-inch by 12-inch mirrors, $9 for 6. Pulled off the PEI, put on the mirror, and the mirror is what you would print on. And I printed this base without an issue. I couldn't believe it. Look at that glossy.
It's slick.
And so then, as Matt knows, my wife has been doing a lot of artwork lately, so I made her pick her favorite 3. This is a lithophane. It's a printed reverse of a photograph.
I want to see how this turns out.
So this is what
it works.
So these things slide in. You can move.
Wait, who made the lithophane?
I made it.
Oh, how did you do that?
You can do it on Cura, or you can go to a special site, and they have you just drop in an image, and it
makes it into a
STL file.
Nice.
So then I drug the STL in. I put all 3 of these on my deck. I put on hairspray, Permac gun. So you're like, yeah, what is it though? So hopefully I have the lights dim enough you can see.
You may have to. No, you can't see.
Oh, it's like a white light.
I mean, I understand that. Yeah, it's a light box, so it's gonna.
If you turn off your lights, it's gonna make it worse.
I know, right?
It's too bright.
Back it up a good 10 feet.
My headphones just died, so I can't hear anything anyone's saying.
Jim is not listening. He is not listening. Jim doesn't.
It's too bright.
Jim is
Well, I'm pretty sure it's not working this way.
Hey, my name's Jim, and I don't listen to anybody. I don't know what anybody's saying.
My phones just went out.
And he's back. Hey, Jim, what's up, man? We're just
it's too bright. It's too bright.
No, not gonna work.
Yeah. Well, if you were using the human eye, all these things would look like photographs to you.
I need a picture of you in this position right now. Right, I'm taking a screenshot. Ready? Gotcha.
Let me get my beard up over my thing.
You look good.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Your wife must be very happy because.
So tell us how it really looks, Jim. Does it look cool?
Yeah.
Like in person?
It made my 16-year-old daughter say wow, and even my wife was impressed.
Nice.
I don't know how to. Maybe during the show I'll try to figure out a way for y'all to see it. I guess
brownie points with the wife are always good.
Yep.
But anyway, that was cool.
I think we're stuck on Jim. FYI.
Are we? Oh yeah, I got it stuck on him. Here, I'll take it off. Booyah! There we are. No problem. Oh, here we go. Can you guys? Wait, you can't see mine. Here we go. We'll do a quick share, and the whole reason for the podcast was this image right here.
Yeah, it's out of it.
What? Are emails delivered on Sunday?
Wait, what is the weirdest thing somebody's asked me? The coolest thing I got an email about was a guy who said he was going to go to the library to learn about this copy paste thing that I was talking to him about.
That was pretty good.
If you're curious about this, look up 3D printed lithophane and you'll get an idea about what I'm talking about.
I've seen those. I really want to try one sometime.
For the UK guys out
3D
there,
printer?
Here's a TARDIS for you guys over in the UK.
Man, you really did well on that. Where'd you get the graphics for the stuff from?
Oh, the guy that did the design had them. You could print them off. I printed them on label paper, and it just cut it out and just stuck right to it. So, really fun.
I must say,
it is bigger on the inside.
One or 2 resolution.
That was 0.2, I think.
Man, your printer rocks.
Yeah, a lot better than mine.
All right, so.
Hey, everyone, we're having a contest.
Oh, we got.
Matt Gunn has something here.
No, we'll go into contest mode.
All
Let's
right.
talk real quick about contests, and then we'll come back to my part.
Can you pull up flyinggiants.com? We'll talk about some winners, and we have a contest that's tricky, and so
the girls are back in the chat. The girls are back in the chat, guys.
I can't believe we're
Simmer
getting
down
spam.
now.
This actually is kind of interesting.
How did this happen? This has to do with the switchover.
This has to do with the switchover.
I have no
Anyway.
clue, but it's hilarious.
All right, so hot girls.
What other kind of dating is there? Sorry,
There's Russian and then there's mail order, but that is Russian mail order. So
just saying.
just saying.
Just
Anyway.
saying. That's
Anyway,
just saying is to me the same as when somebody says I'm just kidding. When somebody
yeah.
tells you they're just kidding, they're totally not just kidding.
Yep, it's like, hey, let me insult you, and then say, just kidding, but seriously. All right, so we just finished up with the Booma RC Advanced Radio giveaway from our good friends at Booma RC.
Can you pull that up, Mr. Maticus? Are you doing that?
Oh yeah, I was presenting and I didn't get to share. Here we are.
We're going to the lovely
apologize.
Flying Giants site. So first of all, Booma RC has been with Flying Giants longer than we've been with Flying Giants. They've supported that site forever, and I wrote them an email just to say thank you. I guess about a year ago. But Matt Gunn, you put this together, right?
I did. I reached out to Rick at Booma and said, hey, it's contest time at Flying Giants, and are you interested? And not only did he say yes, he said yes times 3. So he gave away 3 products for this contest. I got a little feedback from one of you guys.
pretty awesome.
The contest is pretty easy. You just post your aircraft that could use a Booma RC product, such as the Smart Bus Elite here. And that's it. And so the first prize was the Smart Bus Elite. The second prize is this really cool charger. We talked about this a couple of podcasts ago, the iCharge 2. It's a stackable charger that can be mounted inside an aircraft, and you can charge multiple different battery chemistries. At the same time, you have your readout screen. This thing is nice. And then your third prize is a sort of dumbed down version, if you will, of the iCharge. It's called the Pocket Charge. It doesn't have a display screen. It only has 2 different boards instead of 3, but it's still a very unique little charger that can go inside of your aircraft. So as long as you have an external power supply, you plug it up to this, and then you can charge all the batteries you want from your giant scale airplane. And we had some pretty good entries. What was it? About 120, 130 entries. Then people posted their airplanes here. Yeah, it wasn't too bad at all. Everybody's posting all sorts of stuff. I like how BS Bowman posted a picture of Jason's is this his? Look at this. It says the RCGroups logo on it.
Wow.
And Brad's like, Booma. The whole point of the contest is that you had to post your airplane, and then he posted that. So I said, well, Brad's not going to be winning.
They don't call him Vapor Trails for nothing.
I'm telling you, man. And he must have been outside in front of your house for a few hours. So everybody's
yeah. Last night when they were trying to fix that gas leak, they also ruptured the main water line, and then they opened up the sewer.
Oh.
And
you have to if you work for the city and you have to fix something. You have to break 3 things in the process.
I said, "Do I smell a skunk this morning?" And Angela goes, "No, they opened up the sewer line."
Oh my gosh! So our winner was High on Tie, which is a pretty awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's not legal. That's suggestive if I ever heard any.
Yeah, so he's got his Dalton here. And then GEJ was our second place. He's a Kiwi in New Zealand. So that's pretty cool. He's got some nice birds here. Bunch of cool. Look at this beauty that he's building. He's got a couple of these. And then our third place winner was Alpha Waz. This young man. Woo! So he's got the Pocket Charge. So
man,
almost everybody is in there. I've got to get a hold of these guys and get them to. A couple of them have sent their shipping info. I'm missing one, so I'll have to contact him. Anyway, next contest going on.
Granny. I have trouble just shipping small bracelets to Canada. Mm-hmm. So I can, of course, these are boxes, but we have multiple companies who will not ship out of the continental U.S. And so when we say that, that's usually a stipulation put on us by the company that's shipping it. So this is a contest I got on the phone with Chad from Tail Dragger RC, another Flying Giant sponsor. And he said, hey, man, we want to have a contest. And I said, hey, man, that sounds cool. So we put this together. Now, let me say, most people like contests where you just like post a picture, but they were actually looking for some input on a scheme. So this is a scheme contest. Like I said, we don't have a lot of schemes on this contest yet. So the chances of winning here are great.
I'm saying, I think I'm going to submit one, even though I'm not eligible to win.
I thought about doing that too.
Yeah, just submit one to get it kicked off, because this does require just the slightest little bit of effort on your part, people. So all you have to do,
go to that photo.
I mean, you don't really even have to, you don't have to be a great artist to enter. You just have to sketch it out, your idea. I mean, I've seen contest winners that sketched it out with crayon and scanned it in and won, and they turned it into a really great design.
We're going to show you the image you need to download.
Here we are.
Go up to that black and white outline.
I missed it. Where is it?
I know it's there. I got it okayed by the company.
The all the pictures of the graphics. Why are they not showing?
It's not there.
I know what's going on. There was a whole section of graphics here that are now missing.
Well, I'm going to go in there and put that photo back. What the heck?
How about that?
I'm glad we brought it up here. Anyway, there'll be a photo of the outline.
Here's all the. Okay, they're all missing.
What the heck?
How was that possible?
Okay, let's see who last edited this.
Me. I just saw it.
You're on the wrong thread. Go to the one below it.
Oh, you're on. Yeah, this is a news thread. This is not the contest thread.
Yep.
What?
That makes so much sense now.
Why.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Matt, how do you like that contest blue right there? I did that just for you.
Blind Police says, have you tried turning it on and off again?
Oh my gosh. All right, so here we are.
So there's some schemes, and there's the graphics you need to drop in there. And then there is a black and white outline that you can use.
I almost thought that was RCGroups. It looks just like it.
I know. I was like, they kept referring to RCG, and I was even Jason thought they were talking about us.
So anyway, here's your graphics that you have to be on it in one way or another. It says it here, and then here's the design. So all you have to do is start grabbing it. Let's see if we just go to copy image. I'm going to show you guys how to do a design really fast, and it's going to be
that girl.
Yeah, I know. She was in my art class.
That's one of the girls in the chat, I think.
All right, here we go.
Bang.
Let's see here.
From Texas.
Yep, I'm going to go ahead.
Maybe grab a paintbrush.
There we are. All right, so we got our red wings. Red wing, huh? And then
add brown so it's like a chip high design.
And we got our yeller here. All right, so this is a good looking bird. I don't like that. Let's make the cowl.
Red and yellows are the most popular colors.
How about a nice orange cowl here?
Just one hideous.
Orange on the tail here, like so.
Yikes.
Oh my gosh. I think I want to submit this. And then let's
Hey, the live viewers say that all that should be black instead of orange.
All right, well, let me fix it. How's that?
It's beautiful.
Here we are. R.
Show us how to add a logo.
Okay, I can do that.
Check this out. This is something that we three do all day long, but maybe you don't ever do.
All right, so we'll head back into the contest here, and we'll grab a logo. Let's just grab this one right here. What I can do is go I can just say copy, image, go right back into Photoshop, do a new image, and paste. Now we want to isolate this image. So
I wouldn't even do all that, man.
You can't paste it on there. It's got a white background.
Well, then I would take the magic wand and delete everything away from the outside.
What I'm doing. So what we got to do here is delete it all around it, and you got some little colors in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7, 8, 9. There we are.
That is my lucky number, by the way. Select
drag
all,
this
copy
into here. We'll put it right on there. Transform. Spin 90 degrees.
Move it to the white winged airplane.
Oh yeah, we'll stick it on there. All right, so we'll whoops. There we are. So thanks.
Hey, my son is taking Photoshop in his class right now. So
you guys put me on the spot.
You guys know Scott Kelby?
No.
Negatory.
Okay, never mind.
All right, so there we go. We put it on the plane, and if we were really cool, we could turn it 90 degrees this way, spin it 90, stick it on here like so, and then we can cut it out pretty easily, I think.
And I'll give you a pro tip. If it were me and I was going to want to enter this, I would take the tail off the R or the G, and then I would run that as a slick, or not a slick, but a lick down the side of the airplane. So now you've got a kind of a flamey line going down the side that mimics the logo as well. That's a freebie right there.
So check this out. I just selected this area right here, and then I'll go to inverse, which will select the opposite of that. And then I'll go to this layer and hit delete. There you go. There's your logo. Even though you can't read it, it says RC Gadgets. There's your airplane. I won, guys.
That's all you have to do. I don't even know who's entered yet. So if no one's entered anything, is viable.
I'm going to save this and submit it right now. So not too shabby.
Hey, I actually had a logo like that, Lee, but it wouldn't let you download it. So we had to revert back to JPEGs for the feature system to work that way. But we actually started that way. It just didn't work.
Maybe I need to take all those images, make them PNGs for everybody so they can.
I think you need to do that.
I'll do that. You know, it's part of my daily job.
Matt Gunn, working for the Flying Giants members.
I'll help everybody out. Hey, got a new radio here I want to show you guys. You ready?
The AM or FM?
Dun, dun. It is 433 now.
Can you turn that on so we can see that screen?
Absolutely. All right, here you go. To turn it on,
it's a swanky looking radio.
Press one of these buttons and hold.
Futaba.
Make a noise for you guys.
There's a picture of Frank Knoll come on.
Yeah,
it's a startup screen.
Yeah, and it says, "Everyone stop flying now."
When did Frank ever say that?
At eFest, he would always be like, "Everybody bring it in. We got to time it." So anyway, it's the beautiful T16SZ Sierra Zulu. It is a very nice transmitter. I like it a lot. It's got a touch
Matt,
screen on it.
Before you get much further, Lee Marshall's going to help you out with this thread. He's just volunteered.
Excellent.
Thanks Lee.
Get that would Matt. Work though, making them zip files.
You guys
that
can
would
put
work.
together some stuff.
All right.
Anyway, color screen. Is it touch screen, you say?
Absolutely. So let's see if I can hold it and not drop it here. All right. So you got all sorts of, you got your system menus, press and hold. You got your display, sound volume, battery information, S-bus settings, range check, and a system timer. Back it up a notch. You got your link menu. This is where you're going to find all your standard stuff like servos, reversing, sub trim, your system type for the type of receiver you're using, and model select. So right now I've got it set to the new Nano Goblin that I'm doing a review on, your endpoints, things like that, all your standard stuff that is used for, you know, making normal changes to airplanes. And then you got your secondary screen over here on the last page. And then if you go to model select, you can select your model, create new models, stuff like that. Really, you can set up different user menus. You can put quick links to anything in there you want and set it up in that direction. Got the old timer that I like a lot. You can't really see that timer too well. So turn it sideways.
When did you get this? Is this new for you?
Yeah, I just got it the other day. So
from Miss Natalie?
Yep. So here's the deal. The airplane version comes with a ratchet style throttle, right, yes, which is this little guy. Right here, you can see it's got the little indentation in it.
Looks like a sear pin from a Colt single action.
Well, exactly, except for it flies model airplanes and not shoots. So you got this, it would actually click like that, and I don't like that at all. So the helicopter version comes with a smooth detent or whatever it is. So I waited for that to arrive. Natalie sent me one, and I changed it out on the inside, and now I have that nice buttery smooth fluid throttle that I like so much. So this is an awesome radio. I can't wait to get it in the air. I've been Futaba since the beginning, since I started flying over 25 years ago, and I will always remain true to Futaba because I just like their systems. I know them inside and out. I like Spectrum. I I like high tech as well, but I really like Futaba. So
Do you like Jetty?
I've never flown Jetty. So
What about Free Sky?
never flown it. I just haven't. And I know the fanboys will be like, oh, well, free FR Sky's the way to go or whatever. But nah.
Yeah, I always call it the wrong name. You ever fly with your phone?
What's that?
You ever fly with your phone?
Negatory. I've never gone down that route. And
Control line. How about control line? You ever do control line?
Never have.
That's a whole different thing.
I know. I do want to try that sometime. And then you can take the ultimate control line where you control the throttle with a transmitter in your hand, and like they do,
Yeah, like Chris Henson. Hey, one thing I seriously, I'm really honing in on my stupid humor. Tell me about the sliders.
It's just you are slider fixated more than any human being on the face of the planet.
Slider centric.
You're too slider centric.
It's all about the sliders for me.
I apologize. I'm very, very nasally.
He's very, he takes this to heart.
These are the typical Futaba sliders. They're very ratchety. Listen, if you
I hate a ratchety slider.
Listen. Can you hear that?
Hey, live people, do you like a ratchety slider or a smooth slider?
I like a ratchety. Look, because I can ratchet it like this. Oh, throttle up. Oh, flaps down. I don't use these. I've never used these in my life.
Give me a center indent, and I'm happy.
Some people will base their entire livelihood in the RC industry on the type of slider on their transmitter.
Yeah,
I'm not that guy. Yeah, you. Yeah.
I want to get in there and grind them.
Anyway, this is basically a 14 SG from here up, from top up. It's exactly the same as a 14 SG. Everything. Well, I take that back. It's all the buttons are the same. All the things are the same. There's a few different things, but yes, it's just as good as it feels the same as the 14.
It's good looking radio.
It's a good looking transmitter. I like it a lot.
Joe T agrees with me.
What do you say?
I think Jason fell asleep. Jason, are you?
Oh, I'm here.
Jason's just like researching something on Wikipedia.
So we're having our ad redirect issue for some users. And I want to say, if you have any issues, we really want you to email us so that we can pinpoint where this is coming from.
Yes.
Yes.
Serious time.
Anyone else? Nope. That's it.
Who is?
Yes, center indent, Scott. Scott's with me. I'm right there with the demographic.
I'm still playing with my Jetty, so I don't really.
All your Jetty does is go, it's me, I'm audio. And then that's your favorite thing about it. You're like, hey, watch. Have you seen my new Jetty? No, watch this.
Kidda just joined the live chat, and she's going to tell us how to get rid of a double chin.
Oh, really? We got double chin removal now too. This is getting.
They keep coming back. I don't know what it is. That's so hilarious.
Well, that's all right, man. I mean, the more users, the merrier, even if they are from Uzbekistan.
They're persistent.
All right. I usually pre-think the answer to the question I ask, so I at least have a good answer. Anyone have anything in the RC world that they would love to own that they don't have if Santa actually would bring them an RC related gift?
Yes, I do. You ready?
Yeah.
Here it is. Let's do a share for Mr. Maticus Gunnicus. Share. There you are. That's what I want.
Yeah. What is that?
It's the FMS F18.
I guess if you read it, you can see.
With the RCG dropping bombs on you with the drop tank there with the RCG logo. Anyway, this is what I want. I've always loved the F18 and its various, I don't know, styles and rolls, and especially that F18 growler that drew the giant hello in the air.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
So that's what I want it for, is to put a smoke system on it and draw wieners in the sky. Anyway, I think it's some people are saying otherwise. This is one well recreated F18. It looks very realistic. I think
FMS does some of the best scale stuff out there right now, I think.
I mean, look at that. I might as well be standing on a tarmac looking up at one.
I think there's one or two of them at our local field, Jim.
Yeah.
Mike has one. I think a couple of the guys do. It's
this new one or the old one? Because this one hasn't shipped yet.
Big news to the way.
I don't know.
Mike Hines is now officially reviewing for RCGroups and working on. He's got 2 things headed out to him right now, so that's kind of a big deal.
Right
If
on,
you
right
don't
on.
know, all the planes that Hobby Lobby handled back in its heyday, when Jason and I were both there, Mike was the guy that was bird dogging those planes, and Jason actually sat across from Mike for years, right, Jason?
Yeah, I mean, forever. It's like OG.
Jason, I just got a live message from one of our moderators. It says, "Tell Jason not to worry. We're on the job and moderating as you speak." So you don't have to look over their shoulder or anything today.
I am giving out I'll just say this live here. The whole ad situation that's happening in RCGroups, if you're seeing this on your mobile devices, the pop-up Amazon ads, send me a PM. I can get you a temporary fix for that. We're working with the techs. They're trying to solve it. They're trying so many different things, and I just keep pushing, guys, let's get this fixed. Let's get this fixed. But I can give you like a temporary plus membership, which hides all Google ads on the site. Normally that's a paid membership tier, but if you're having that ad issue, then I'm basically giving those out for free. So I'm kind of working on that right now.
So
helping people out.
If it's driving you crazy, contact Jason via the site, and he will take care of you.
Hey, remember when you were talking about saying "just kidding" after something when you really mean it?
Yeah.
Look at this guy right here. Compared to free-wing jets, that foam looks crappy. No offense, FM.
Oh my goodness.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. I didn't mean to insult you, but I did. Anyway, I don't really know where he's coming from. I guess. I mean, you can see some dimples. There's a couple of dimples here and there, but I don't think it's bad foam.
Hey, if I could have anything for Christmas, RC related.
Yeah.
And I actually said it to myself, so I know it's true before I got on the podcast. I think if somebody were to say, "I'm sending you an IX-12," I'd be pretty stoked.
I would say that's a good Christmas wish because that is one nice transmitter.
That would be sweet.
Until we get it in our hands and get it out to the field and operating. But I know they've had 30 people on these transmitters for months now. And
yeah, months.
They tested it out. You know, my watch just told me I needed
to look. Yeah, it's been months now since they've been on it.
All right, I did it. I bought for my birthday. I got myself an iWatch. It's not called that, by the way, which I found out when they looked at me funny. It's called an Apple Watch. Why wouldn't they just call it the iWatch? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they know what you want. Let me get one of them iWatches. They're looking at you funny. You're like, you know what I mean?
I'm like, it's not called the iWatch. Anyway, it actually, if it's done one thing for me, it's made me realize how much I need to stand up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it tells you quite often to stand up.
You do the breathe.
Yeah.
Time to breathe.
Is that why you just stood up because I told you to? In the middle of the podcast, you just rose to the occasion?
I had to stand up. When I'm playing War Thunder, it's always like, stand up, mofo.
Oh, if you don't, it docks you cool points or something.
Well, you get a big sparkly thing. By the way, speaking of while we're here, I got that Oculus a while back when we got the Real Flight 8, and Truman Graham got it for Christmas early. And so he and I were having father-son bonding via virtual. We were playing a cowboy shoot-'em-up game together. And it was really very interesting as a father and a son to be out on the internet hanging out with your kid dressed as cowboys.
Hey, man, whatever works, right?
It was very cool.
Wait, he already has his second?
Yeah, well, you know, we're leaving, so we did it early.
You did Christmas early. I got you.
They didn't even know it. I told my wife, I said, "How about this morning?" And then she goes, "I think now we should do it." And so I ran up and put all their stuff under the tree and yelled "ho ho ho" as loud as I can. And on a Saturday morning, they came out and were like, "Merry Christmas."
Your son's like, "What day is it?"
He did not expect an Oculus. That's why I got it for him, because I knew it would blow his mind. That meant that I had to purchase a new CPU and I had to pull a sound card out of a computer. It was pretty expensive Christmas.
Yeah, $400 Oculus turns into an $800 ordeal pretty fast. Yep. If you don't have the processor to handle it, oh my gosh.
And while we're here, I just want to say, because we're all guys and we all sort of like the same stuff, that's a general assumption on my part. Matt Gunn and I are going to start War Thundering at night. It is an online simulator game of tanks and airplanes. And man, Matt, I got to tell you, I should get Maeve to videotape it. When I have a 3-screen setup now, when I'm 3-screening through the skies in a jet,
It's pretty intense.
Magnificent.
I bet. See, I can't get you interested. I couldn't get you or Jason interested in Battlegrounds.
I'm playing Battlegrounds on the Xbox One now.
Do you like it?
It's okay. Actually, if you've ever heard of the game Fortnite,
yes,
they came out with a version of it, and it's a lot better than Battlegrounds.
Ah, well, I'll try that.
Fortnite uses the same principle, right?
It really is. Well, it's a whole different base game, but they made a free-to-play version of the Battle Royale, which essentially is the same concept of Battlegrounds, which we're getting way off RC topic. Anyway, you can build forts and things, but the gun plays a whole lot better. It feels it's more fun to me to play
Battle Royale. I can download this for PC.
Oh yeah.
This is where things get to be a pain. I mean, I can't play Battleground with you because you're on Xbox.
Nick, let me tell y'all what Battlegrounds is. They drop you into a place. You have to clean everyone's room, and then after you clean like 28 rooms, running as furiously as you can, someone you never saw before shoots you, and the game's over.
Yep.
If you get really good at it, you'll score a lot of points, and you'll get a chest, and you're like, oh wow, I got a chest. Maybe there's a leather overcoat or a hood, and they'll be like, you've won a dingy T-shirt, and I'm like, ah!
It's a great game, man. It is a real cat and mouse post-apocalyptic hunting game where the last man standing gets a winner chicken dinner. It is, and that's literally what it is. And so they just came out with a new map. Jason, I don't know if Xbox has it yet, but they have a desert map, and I've been playing on it in the beta through Steam, and it is just like starting the game over again. So
okay, good.
You totally forget, like, because now the current is like a Russian based map where everything is like Uzbekistan, you know, and stuff like, I don't know, but anyway, it's very Eastern European Cold War type looking terrain. Now they've got you in the desert in Arizona, and oh my god, it's amazing.
Hey, live viewers, before you leave, I have a story. I couldn't really tell the story before because it was a story about an advertiser, but they don't advertise with us anymore, so I'm not going to offend anyone here. We had an advertiser for an online simulator, and I played it. I met with the owner. I flew in a bomber with this guy. But before that, I thought, I should do a story on the simulator. So I went to the site of the company, advertising on our site. I don't know how the story ends, so hopefully this doesn't sound terrible when I'm done because I haven't verbalized this before. I went to the site, and at the very top, it said War Thunder, click here. And I was like, because that's why I was there, to download the software and play the game. I clicked it, I downloaded it, and then it just became I don't want to use the word obsession. It's kind of a de-stressor. That's what I look at it. When I really have a long day, I go and play War Thunder. So I'm playing, then I play and I play and I play. I realize that I'm playing every day. So I write the owner, the advertiser, and I say, I downloaded the game. I play it every day. War Thunder is one of my favorite things to do late at night. And the guy goes, War Thunder, that's my competitor. That's not my simulator.
So a Google Ads was running on his site?
Yeah, so I was totally red-faced. I couldn't believe that I'd made such a huge mistake with the guy who was advertising on the site. And then I went back to the page, and I took screenshots, and I emailed him, and I said, you do realize that your main competitor is running giant ads on the top, the side, and bottom of your homepage. And he said, I had no idea. I said, maybe this would help if you got those off of your homepage. Because I thought that was his game. So
that's a good story.
That's why it's RC related. It came.
You download his game, and you're like, meh.
Meanwhile, I signed up with my RCGroups email, and I've spent so much time and getting all these tanks. But now it's connected to the work account. So,
oh yeah,
should I have it on my personal account?
Oh, that's right.
Shoulda, woulda.
Nikolai, do you play any online stuff?
He plays World of Warcraft.
Yeah, used to do World of Warcraft a long time ago. Lately, it's just Overwatch and a little bit of Battlefield.
What device do you use to play?
PC.
PC, yeah.
I think one of the funniest things is I asked you on your Facebook. I said, "Do you play World of Warcraft?" And your wife chimed in. She goes, "I wouldn't say he plays." I was like, "Hey, oh," and she's like, "I carry him through all the instances." I was like, "Oh no." Oh man!
Wow, nice to have that support though.
I don't remember seeing that, but
I do. I have to. I got to go back a few years and find that. But the family that plays together stays together, right? You guys game
Right.
together.
used to, yeah.
So I tried. We're really straying now. Where are we at? Can we legally leave? Yeah, it's 2:57.
Legally.
So legally, we're at the end of the RC podcast. I played. My daughter plays GTA. And so I started playing. So she and I go upstairs and say, "Hey, I lost my Harley. Well, how can I find it?" So it's a common topic that we can discuss. But I just got tired of it. And but I'm really excited about the new Red Dead Redemption coming to the PC.
See, now I got to look this up. What is
You can
that?
tell it's like wintertime when we're talking about video games instead of RC.
Well, we certainly can't go fly. Red Dead Redemption
Whoa,
is
this
like
looks
Grand
good.
Theft Auto except for cowboys. So I have the stream that I can buy a ranch and run around on my horse and have adventures at 11 o'clock at night.
It's a Rockstar Games. Yeah, it's going to be just like it.
Yeah.
Look at this. This looks pretty dang cool, man.
And it's PC based. So.
And there's zombies, undead.
No, there can't be any dang undead. That would really offend me.
Oh, this is Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare.
Oh, God.
No, I guess it's a spinoff of it.
I don't know. Hopefully not. Hey, speaking of which, is everyone tired of watching Walking Dead?
Yeah, I'm getting there, man. It's just I
Yeah.
can't take any more of Rick pointing a gun and turning his head and be like,
Jason, are you Walking Dead worn out?
No, I like it still. I keep wanting to see where it goes.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still watching it. But now that Coral got bit, did you hear one of the weird theories that Coral got? It doesn't matter. It's over a week ago. They're saying that they're like, no, man, Coral got bit by a walker, and the walker had dentures, so he's not really gonna die. I'm like, oh, shnikes! It doesn't work like that. He's got the sweat. His eyes are all red, and they're like, nah, man, he's sweating because he was just running.
The only way they can kill Carl is if he got a new TV show. That'd be the only way they can kill Carl.
Tell me you watched the last episode, right?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
didn't show the bite, so it could be anything.
Yeah, he's dead.
I said to Matt, what walker bites you once and then is like, I'm out of here?
I know, right? He's like,
yeah, he didn't
like
tear
this.
the flesh or anything.
Oh God! Well, he's got the cold sweats, so he's definitely got the fever. I don't know, man. There's got to be some.
In that episode, this is RC related. Bringing it back around, we still are holding on to our live
Yes.
Yeah.
What about that stupid RC airplane?
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, what kind of fan blade was that?
I loved it until it took off. First, I said, it's got a fan blade on it from like a old 1910 steam
Yeah,
ship.
I was like, that's not going to provide any thrust.
Like some sort of model display. He's got this fan on it. And then it took off, and I go, okay, it's going to fly. But then it sort of just fluttered there
It
like
was
an
like
ember.
floating on a string.
I immediately wanted to go to Mark
Hire
Murdoch and be
us.
like, dude.
I'll go to Atlanta, make them an airplane that'll actually fly, and it'll look authentic.
And it had to have been way overweight to have some speaker system on it that could generate that
like
sort
it
of.
was, so I mean, that's just us looking at it in reality, but I
That's
thought it was
Eugene,
hilarious. I was like, there's no way this thing would fly in real life.
I know.
It's going to be loud enough for all those zombies that are moaning. Like, let's say there's 300 moaning zombies. They can hear an iPod flying over their head.
So let's put it into perspective what just happened.
Yeah.
It's a post-apocalyptic zombie world, and a guy flies a model airplane unrealistically, and we're up in arms. We're like,
It's about as realistic as the guy shooting it down without really aiming either.
Yeah. And that's the other thing. He's like, pew. Right.
or they can hit a zombie in the head point blank at any distance every time, and they can't shoot Negan.
Yeah,
They can't.
Yeah.
They're like stormtroopers, man. They're shooting all around them, but yeah, they can hit a walker at any head shot. Anyway, my blood pressure's getting up. I'm upset. I need closure in this stupid series.
You're not going to get it, my friend. I don't think we're going to get it.
So speaking of stormtroopers, who's going tomorrow?
No, but I'm going to see it not tomorrow, but soon.
I'm gonna wait a week till it dies down a little bit.
I'll see it on a DVR.
So tell me this, guys. We're over. I've got my blackberry pie here, pie 3, and I was going to go ahead and put
Raspberry pie.
yeah, raspberry. I said blackberry pie.
Oh, I like that.
That was actually kind of embarrassing.
That's like not knowing where the Statue of Liberty came from.
I know. I want to put Cody.
Who would do
on
that?
this. And I heard that there's some apps that you can actually get movies that are still in the movie theater on your Raspberry Pi. Is that true?
That's not legal.
I don't care about legality.
It's true, and legality
on a podcast.
The legality is
Nobody from the,
if you're streaming it. If you use the streaming services and not downloading it, the legality is meh.
Yeah.
I've read about it.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to rename this the Blackberry Pi.
The Blackberry Pi.
You should invent your own Blackberry Pi.
I should. Somebody out there has made something. Some Chinese company, even though it's open source, they probably made something like it. There's actually a bunch of different versions of this. So,
no doubt.
Anyway.
Well, everyone, we want you to have a great holiday season. I will be wearing this hat all over the place on my travels during the holiday, spreading Christmas cheer, decorating porta-johns like you never saw. That's on my Facebook page. Maybe I'll put that on my RCGroups blog. Say what?
Getting the night vapes.
If I had a night vapor, I would put it on that porta-john with the lights on it. That'd be very classic. Hey, by the way, if you're into scale warbirds, be sure to check out Pete Goldsmith, who is doing a Saturday series of videos where his daughter shoots while he gives it. I sat there and watched him age a wing with rust.
It's awesome. Yeah.
And I was like, I'll never do this, but I couldn't stop watching.
He's got a good thing going.
Yeah, yeah. So Pete's out there doing it. Nikolai, did we say what you were getting for Christmas?
I don't know what I'm getting for Christmas. What did you send me?
Oh, well, Matt will let you know ASAP.
Okay.
Really? I will?
No, Matt will let you know.
Yeah.
It'll let you know. All right, Jason, Matt.
Yes,
Nick,
sir.
And all our live users, we actually won over usual in our live user feed. You missed a lot of good talk. Let us know if you like us talking about The Walking Dead or if that's as bad as politics. Too bad we didn't think of this about 2 years ago when we were all rabid Walking Dead fans. I'm Jim T. Graham, your host. I want to thank Jason Cole for all the hard work he does every day. Maticus Gunnicus for bringing the vibe even when he's sick.
Yeah,
and
buddy.
Nikolai Zinsley, who is lucky that he has a wife to help him out in online games.
I know, right?
Absolutely.
And happy holidays to everybody. And most of us will be out next week, so you will not hear from us, but we'll be thinking about you. Oh, and Mean Joe says, hey, to everyone out there.
Simmer
All
down,
right, y'all.
Mean Joe.
Also, we're keeping Simmer Down now, but we've also added a new one. It's the opposite of Simmer Down now. It's Hammer Down now. So y'all hammer down now.
Oh, God, no hammer downs.
Waiting for the Nikolai. Hammer down now.
Hammer down now.
Hammer down now. That's right.
There was no love in that. That was just going through the motions, Nick.